AutoCAD 2010 provides us with lots of enhanced external reference tools. External references are more commonly known as XREFs, and there's a lot more support now for other file formats to come in as XREFs in AutoCAD. For example, here I have a PDF external reference file known as a PDF underlay sitting in the drawing, and it's actually a PDF that I've taken from Google Earth of the Autodesk headquarters in San Rafael in California. Hence the copyright of the images there. There's the Autodesk headquarters there. This red line here indicates the PDF underlay. To work with underlays and XREFs, you need to go to your Insert tab just here. And you can see there you've got a reference panel here. Now you'll notice I've got a flyout menu here showing me the other icons, which I can pin out, as you could do in AutoCAD 2009 on the ribbon. But I've also got this little flyout arrow here. This opens or closes the external references palette. So if I click here, you can now see my external references palette here. This is very useful. It shows me my current drawing, 0310 there, and it gives me the details of that drawing in a little box here underneath. I can click on the reference itself, which is a PDF. It gives me all the information about that PDF underneath as well. But what I really like, which is a new feature in AutoCAD 2010 on the external references palette, is this. It's a refresh icon. I can click on that and refresh any external references, any PDF underlays. Now I'm going to close the external references palette now, but just before I do, you can see here if I click on this down arrow I can attach a drawing, an image, a DWF, a DGN or a PDF. As you can see, lots of file format enhancement there, lots of support for different file types. So let's close the external references palette and let's look at what other tools we've got here on the reference panel. Now I can attach a new reference if I want to. As you can see, it's gone to my drawings folder there and it's looking for a drawing or a graphic or a PDF or any other file type to attach as a reference. I'm not going to attach as a reference in this case, but you can see that I can just go and search for a particular file and attach it as a reference in the drawing. I'm going to hit cancel there now. Now what I can do is I can actually fade my XREF. I can drag this bar here and I can make it fade away. So if I do this here like that, my reference will fade away. Now in this case it won't, because it's a PDF, so it's of photographic quality, so it won't actually fade. If I had a drawing though, such as a DWG or a DWF, it would actually fade. So I can drag that bar there, or I can click in here like so and put say 70 in there, and that will be 70% of the image. So it's faded by 30%, for example. I'll just press enter there to confirm that, and you'll see the bar moves to 70. What I can also do is I can clip and adjust. So I can adjust the fade, contrast, brightness and monochrome settings of an image or an underlay. We're going to look at that in a minute in a slightly different way. What I want to show first is the clip, this option here. Now before I do that, I'm going to zoom in a bit and just make sure that I can see the Autodesk headquarters here on the right and the edge of the underlay just there. Notice when I click on it, it goes straight to the PDF underlay tab here. I'm just going to hit escape there to deselect it though and come away from it and come into the drawing here, and as you can see, because I'm zoomed in too far, I can't lose that PDF. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to roll back like so, and I need to hit escape there like that. You'll notice that sometimes with AutoCAD. If you're zoomed in too close, you can't work with the tool. So use your zoom and pan effectively. So what I'll do now is I'll zoom in again, and what I want to be able to see is this reference edge here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the reference edge itself if I want to, but I don't want to do that just yet. I want to use clip first. So clip, and it's selecting the PDF underlay to clip just there like that, and the PDF clipping option is a new boundary. And all I'm going to do now, it's like drawing a rectangle. I click here and I'm going to make sure that my PDF boundary for my clipping is there like that, and lo and behold, it clips it away. Now if I select that clipped boundary, watch, if I click here, it gives me all the options to work with that PDF underlay by going to the PDF underlay tab, but look, if I click on that arrow there, it inverts the clipping boundary. If I click again, it inverts it back to the image that I want. The good thing as well, this is where I can work with the contrast and the fade, like it showed me earlier. If I display in monochrome, that's a nice tool now for me to place a nice bold polyline, for example, around the Autodesk headquarters. Now, I'm not going to do that this time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click back here to give it colour, and I'm going to remove the clipping boundary. So it deletes the clipping boundary, and it brings back my entire image, as you can see. Like so. So I'm back to my image that I had previously. Now, one of the tools that I can do here is I've got Enable Snap. This determines whether the object snapping is active for geometry in the PDF underlay. If I click on that, it switches it on. So now I could actually clip and click at the same time and select objects on there. Can you see? That's on, that's off. So you'll notice there, if there's any objects on a layer in the PDF, I can snap to them. There isn't in this case, so you'll notice it doesn't make a lot of difference. But I can actually enable snap on and off. I'm going to zoom back out now, hit escape, and we're now back to the normal ribbon. I'm back to my insert tab and working with my references here. You'll notice now I've come out of PDF underlay though, I've lost my locked out pin there. AutoCAD does that for you when you move from one ribbon setting to another. I'm just going to show you a couple of quick tools here that are nice. I've got this option here, display and plot frames. I can hide the frame. That hides it completely. What I can also do is display and plot the frame, which is the default setting. And I can also display but don't plot the frame. So the frame here will show on the drawing, but it won't plot when you plot it out either electronically or onto paper. The default setting though is display and plot frames normally. I'm now going to unpin my reference panel there. That'll go back into the ribbon now, and as you can see, the enhanced XREF tools in AutoCAD 2010 provide a much higher degree of file support, so we're talking DWF, PDF, DGN files, and also the tools are much quicker and easier to get to, thus enhancing your productivity in AutoCAD 2010.